If you can't answer yes to both of these questions, then I'm guessing you're unprofitable, and this is a great start. But of course, before I tell you what these questions are, please subscribe. The first question is, do you have specific setups, or a specific setup that you look for when you come into the market? So what I've realized with most unprofitable traders is that they have a general idea of what their setup is supposed to look like, or what their setup is supposed to be, but they do not have a specific setup that they look for when they come into the market. They do not have if this doesn't appear, then I don't trade this type of setup, and it really causes a problem because you just end up taking random trades. You just end up trying to chase the market. You just end up doing things that you're not supposed to even be doing when trading. You know what I mean? You end up losing a lot of money when you don't have a specific setup, and you just end up over trading. Before I had specific setups I looked for, because I also had a general idea of what I think my setup should be, but I never really had a specific setup. So before then, I would just look at a chart pattern and be like, okay, I see a chart pattern, so let me sell, but not knowing which area of that chart pattern do I sell at, and also not knowing what confirmations do I need in order for me to sell. So the reason, and I realized that a lot of people say, I struggle with entries. It's not that you struggle with entries. I'm going to tell you the honest truth. It's not that you struggle with entries and you struggle to get those sniper entries, because you don't need sniper entries to make money. That's another thing that I also backed away from, sniper entries, because you don't need it. If your strategy has sniper entries, then it's fine, but you do not need sniper entries to make money. You don't need sniper entries. You can make as much money as a person who didn't get a sniper entry without a sniper entry. So sniper entries are just popular for no reason, guys. But what I'm saying is that the reason why people say they struggle with entries is because they do not have a specific setup they look for. Now, the second question, right, this is the most important question, is, are you there when the setup appears? Are you there when the setup appears? Meaning that you can have a specific setup, but do you capitalize on that setup? That's the difference between being a trader and being an analyst, is that traders actually capitalize on the setup. So are you there when the setup appears? Are you there most of the time when the setup appears? Now, why is this so important, and how do you actually improve it, right? The reason it's so important is self-explanatory, is so that you can capitalize off it. So I don't really need to explain that. But how to fix it is that you need to have consistency in your trading. And I'm not talking about consistent profitability. I'm talking about consistency. What time do you wake up? What time do you trade? What time do you look at the market? What time do you analyze? What time do you stop trading? But you just need to have that specific routine, right? What sessions do you trade? You just have to have that specific routine, that consistent routine that you put into place. Yes, you need to have that specific routine that you put into place when you're about to trade. What do you do before you trade? What do you do after you trade? What just happens around your trading? And if you just have that specific routine, knowing when you trade your sessions, knowing when you do your pre-session analysis, and knowing when you look for your setups is really important. You know what I mean? It's really important. So if you're not there when your setup appears, then you can't really capitalize off them. You can't, because you're not there, and then you miss it. You miss the big winner for the month. Because guys, here's another thing that I can tell you now that I've realized through my back testing and through trading. Guys, it takes one trade to have a profitable month. Just one trade. Okay, based on my strategy, because I have a 5R trade. So if I risk 1%, right, and I take if I have English is running away again. So if I risk 1%, right, I risk 1% to make 5%. So if the first trade that I take in the month is profitable, then I have a profitable month, unless I take 5 losses in a row again. You know what I mean? So it only takes one trade to have a profitable month. And sometimes I realize that most of my trades are break evens, and maybe I take 1, 2, or 3 losses. But if I take 3 losses, then that's a 2% month. You know what I mean? If I take 2 losses, that's a 3% month. Isn't that crazy? And think of that in $1 million account. 3% of $1 million. You guys calculate that. I don't know. But guys, can you see what I'm saying? Is that you just need to be there when your setup appears. Imagine missing that setup that gives you a profitable month. Because you're not consistent in your, because I was always worried, what if I miss a setup? And I realized that if I become consistent in my trading, then I will not miss any setups, because I am consistent within my trading. Okay, guys, that's it from me. I'm probably going to edit this a lot, but I just hope you guys got value from these 2 questions. And I hope you guys, English is running away again. I hope you guys take value from this, and I hope this actually speeds up your progress into being a profitable trader, or at least helps you in any way. Yeah, peace.